Ka Don Bosco Youth Center, kawan ra syapi ya ka computer course bakar pang man lagas ki sanjai. Nadu ka por khandai PJ, hadu kan RPG. Ka jingmu jong kan ka course bakar pang kalong, ban ailat egido ki khna bamyo wan sheki course balong ha ki sngi poya. Khamtam kito ki bala trei. Batrei kam sarkar ki khna don school man lagas sngi poya, bat kito ki khna ki batrei ha ki sngi poya. Ale wan penang komputer bat yo ke certificate tang hapo arbenai.
Kebeli pibaro syakatup khubor jengi ke Don Bosco Media Network. Kimat bekong san menta kesengi kilong. Dang don kam san riu benai ban penbiang ya ka diagnostic center. Bun kiwan shimenta syakatong syat san lak tingka. Tang ki jing dwai Henry penok ru da ki ti jing yarap. Bat chong shit kayo mela ha parking lot pulo. Bat mentangin pa syagi khubor bakam benya. Kajing penbit penbiang ya kejakawat banyak berkensai ya kejak jingpang babunjat State of the Art Diagnostic Center kebag sorkar jilla kadang te badang penbiang hamau diang-diang halor ke nongrim tre sindrop lang sorkar bad riu shimet balatip kum ka public private partnership kidang ya syat cishat syakmat menta layathu uba Christopher Rani hakilat pathai khubor menta kasngi. Ubak Christopher labatai ru bagi kam ki jam ki baladep pen kre na dong shidong kadai tang ye kata kapang wat jing tip ye ki jing pang ki bayade ye ki jing min saw ki jing long kamet kapat unong pang shwa ban sumar ye u da ka bapun bat ban pet benya ka jing long unong pang da ka bates ye ka snam ki jakar ka baki khot ka pathology test
the center. But yes, our commitment was that our pathology lab would be in place. So the thing is, I think you would understand that there's some technicalities where between the state government and the central government, things don't come in very easily also. But equipments are yet to be installed. But if you want us to start the pathology lab is well functional right now. But we're not advertising it in a large scale because we understand the fact that if someone wants a lot of diagnosis to be done, only pathology will not do, because when it comes to radiology, ultrasonography, there are a few criteria that licenses that needs to be accredited to.
Hakijing yakop shot but why balapulong do ba commit star lingdo hasusu tham hall hakakat way trik unaitung lawan bani shimenta da bon ngut kirang bat kitay batbit hakijing shot pen ki kli rindang shadem singkai bat khowa bat kumjuru ki kaitor wai ki badon ki rindang betersiang bat kiting am pen mi sur babang kilapin yap bed ikinong bishar kilok kijor ki bahi ngasem bat hajar kinong pitkai kilapoi hakatai kesngi. Kini kinong shimbenta hakijing yakop kilawan nikšnong beper jongkani ke jilla. Ye kijing shot bat jingwai lapet benya sani jai da laingut kinong bishar ki bekentup yoba Michael Simyong kong aljiva lingdo bat uba Richmond bare. Kinong shimbenta ki bapoi syakakerdan nong job kinra e katong san lak tingka kat kum ka khubor balapin bena de kinong penyat yakini kijing yakop. Kesenjuk Tremont Ngobha All Khasi Hills Achik Federation AKHAF Nalor ki jingdwai kala keneru de ki ti jingerap syaki khatsan jaka ki belangat haki apot chlei bat tua kendo ki belaja haki arsngi khat riu bat khat nyeu terik ujeliu haki tain borsora bat ki jaka bamarjan. Kilong yeng belangat haki apot kila yok pediang jingerap de ukhau bakani keseng kala penpoi syaki jaka sa jongki. Kinong yalam ke All Khasi Hills Achik Federation kala kerpat ruyu SDO ke PHE ban maramot kerke ye ki pipe ke belasya pendekut haka sao bat haka tua kendo syaki shnong ke belado di hakini ki benai bat kitayo belalit no. Bun ki shnong haka tain borsora ki langat haki jing na jing ther ulap ba bat jing shlei ko ba sao haki benai balala. Ka EKHAF kala kerpat ke Sorkar Jilla bat Sorkar India ban penpoi kloi ki jingirap shikila not kani kathan.
Ayan dal uji ci tokuni cerdau khaita kuno na kengkeng kemek song ci bunga dunga yarang kemek na dal swalin bana dau mat chaptang nak ta singa dengan mana kam karam pagoba harus songni nukni nukmarang sanirang kemekan cina dakcak pa anina haru bakram pa anina sakanti kun mutela haru plak cingbaksa bakrami cingna ba dakcak ani kun ning barang naba sakanti kun mutela haru isol ko ba mutela.
Hadin ars nem ke jing syakta hok nyang jingpang COVID-19 babun ki patba kari bat ke perthai barok kawe kilas dang biang yegi kam ki jam jongki ki yo ki hat kila thnem biang kadi kathit ki jingyele akai babun jat kila shongshit biang bat kumju ru kinong jengok kai perthai kila shang na kawe ke jaka shakawe ke jaka bat hangni hanong ba Shillong ru la saki babun ki yeng gisem kila yalam kai ki khun ki kti shaki pak bat shaki jaka jengok kai be itanat ban pins ngau tanat ya laki khun ki kti. Hakini katayo ke Don Bosco Media Network kala saki ru bahadin ke klam COVID-19 lawan ra ya ke yo mela ke beningkong sha Shillong Hamadan Polo hakababun ki patba kilawan yalam ya ki bahayeng sem ya ki khun ki kti bikin yo elek kai hakini ke jaka badon bun jat ki jinglek kai ki bapin bernya ya ki khulung kena bat kumju ru ya ki rangba. Kani ke yo mela kalong ke basong shit bha hakabada ki spangut ki patba kilatu chakani ke mela. Bat dakitu ki khubor ngila poi sya kapakut tat hadu beng nation biang khuble shibon.
Ka Don Bosco Youth Center kawan ra syapi ya ka computer course bakar pang man lagas ki sanjai nadu ka por khandai bije hadu khan arbije kajin mu jong kan ka course bakar pang kalong ban ailat ekito ki khna bamyo wan sheki course balong ha ki singi poya khamtam kito ki bala trei batrei kam sarkar ki khna don school man lagas singi poya bat kito ki khna ki batrei ha ki singi poya ale wan penang komputer bat yo ya ka certificate tang hapo arbenai.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail Carmelim bringing to the news and events in Meghalaya. Here are the headlines for today. 6 more months required to complete state-of-the-art diagnostic center. Rupees 5 lakhs worth of prizes offered in dancing and singing competition. Not only praise but also helping hands needed in times of calamities. And HITO demands audited expenditure of MLA schemes. And now the news in detail. The state-of-the-art diagnostic center at Maudyangdyang requires another 6 months to complete all the works and become functional media persons, were informed by Shri Christopher Rani here today.
The center, But yes, our commitment was that our pathology lab would be in place. So the thing is, I think you would understand that there are certain technicalities where between the state government and central government, things don't come in very easily also. But equipments are yet to be installed. But if you want us to start the pathology lab is well functional right now. But we're not advertising it in a large scale because we understand the fact that if someone wants a lot of diagnosis to be done, only pathology will not do, because when it comes to radiology, ultrasonography, there are a few criteria that licenses that needs to be accredited to.
On July 11th, Meghalaya Rising Star Season 1 was held at State Central Library Hall for the first time at Shillong to give a platform to all the talented dancers and singers of Meghalaya. At the same time, the competition is meant to showcase their talents. The dancing and singing competition was organized by Mr. Kametstar Lingdor. Renowned judges for the occasion were Mr. Michael Simyong, Richmond Barre and Ms. Aljiva Lingdor. Prizes worth Rs 5 lakhs awaits for the winners, informed the organizers. The severely affected area of Moheskola, Southwest Khasi Hills under Ranikor block received rice on July 11, 2022 from the All Khasi Hills Achik Federation, AKHAF. Several natural disasters including landslides, river floods and heavy rain have severely damaged 15 settlements. The incident occurred on June 16 and 17, 2022. And effort was made by the All Khasi Hills Achik Federation to try to assist the villagers and was successful in completing several tasks, including road maintenance in the Borsora and nearby areas. The Federation also urged the PHE department under Ranikor subdivision to conduct an urgent checking and investigation into the areas destroyed by landslides and other natural disasters. Many villages have no access to clean drinking water because the pipeline has been broken or completely disconnected and destroyed by landslides and heavy rains. They also requested the state and central governments to look into the matter urgently.
Kam karam pagoba aru sungni nukni nukmarang sanirang kemukan cina dakcak pa anina aru bakna pa anina sakanti kun mutela aru plak chung baksa bakrami chungna ba dakcak ani kun ning barang naba sakanti kun mutela aru isol ko ba mutela.
Leaders of the Hinyothrep Integrated Territorial Organization (HITO) have demanded from the state government through Right to Information (RTI) to furnish all the audited account for the MLA schemes from the year 2018 to 19 up to 2021-22. According to the statement made by leaders of the organization, not all the MLAs have furnished the audited amount spent. Leaders of HITO expressed concern that unless the audited amount spent is declared and released to the public, the MLA scheme may turn out to be a capital for the candidates to be used for the election purposes in the coming year.
Kajong penyat kebetulan big submit under process, kajong met baru under process, kajong renik tonru kadang yet to submit. Kawa I tamula bat kawa ijokor ba kiwi MLA kila loidep. Jabal bat kini ki lai songot kidang pending hato. Kini pisah jong MLA scheme kendai ka pisah kapan ya kanwas election kata kadi kajingkeli kali yang geseng. Je lada kendai kun ka subha pelaj na nang ba kipat ba kibla ya jai abi ka scheme kibla inda kang kinyo na. But lada ka sarkar kaya minti dat kaya snapjar kan pel subsidies lo ni scheme jong pet na.
So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.
Ka Don Bosco Youth Center kawan ra shapi ya ka computer course ba kerpang man lagas ki sanjain nadu ka por khandai pije hadu khar RPG ka jingmu jong ka course ba kerpang kalong ban ailat egido ki khna bamyo wan sheki course balong ha ki sngi poya khamtam kito ki bala trei batrei kam sarkar ki khna don school man lagas sngi poya bat kito ki khna ki batrei ha ki sngi poya ale wan penang komputer bat yo ek certificate tang hapo arbanai.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail Carmelim bringing you the station news across the globe. On the 7th July, the feast of Blessed Peter Torote and installation of Catechist was held at Christ the King Parish, Solomon Islands, in the presence of the faithful and the Salesians. Blessed Peter Torote, a well-noted and beloved catechist, was imprisoned by the Japanese forces, then sentenced to death by lethal injection and struck on the back of his head as he lay dying on July 7, 1945. On January 17, 1995, Pope John Paul II visited Papua New Guinea and beatified him, declaring him a martyr at Port Moresby.
The catechists will kneel down and say together.
I make a commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may you praise the intercession of Mary of Christian, Saint John Bosco and Blessed Peter Toro, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechist, and before Father Robinson Parapili, our first priest, I make the commitment as the catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace and as intercession of Mary St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Carotte, together with the assistance of my brother, have placed before me, faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists, and before Father Wilson Torapili, our parish priest, I make the commitment as catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace, the intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Torot, together in the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists and before Father Wilson Torapili, our parish priest, I make the commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace, the intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Torot, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists, and before Father Benson Parapili, our parish priest, I make the commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace, the intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Paul, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of the fellow catechists, and before Father Robinson Paragulu, our parish priest, I make the commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace, the intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Torah, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists, and before Father Robinson Parapili, our parish priest, I make this commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace and the intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, St. John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Paul, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day.
And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists and before Father Robinson Parapili, our parish priest, I make the commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace, the intercession of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by day. And so, in the presence of my fellow catechists and before Father Robinson Parapili, our parish priest, I make this commitment as a catechist for 1 year. Father, may your grace and intercession of Mary, Help of Christians, Saint John Bosco, and Blessed Peter Paul, together with the assistance of my brother catechist, keep me faithful day by
Don Bosco Children Work in Addis Ababa is a concentration of initiatives and activities aimed exclusively at the integral care of young people in need. To make this work more visible and known for the benefit of the Salesian mission there, the institution's website has recently been created and launched at boscochildren.com. The center, directed by Ethiopian Salesian Johannes Mengistu, offers prevention and rehabilitation programs for street children, or better yet, as a subtitle at the opening of the site's homepage declaims, a place where street children get their opportunity to thrive in a new and better life. The Don Bosco Mohaze Technical and Vocational Education and Training School Entrepreneurship Program has played a crucial role in helping students to come up with the business ideas that will help them to improve their socio-economic conditions, both in society and at the family level. Young people are being given entrepreneurship sessions. Such sessions are organized before entering the internship period. Through the entrepreneurship program, young people are trained in the creation and management of small businesses as well as on how to develop psychosocial competence. From Monday, June 27 to Thursday, August 11, the Echo Bay Summer Camp will take place in New Rochelle, accompanying teens and children throughout the summer. More than 500 young people ages 4 to 14 have already been welcomed and will be guided by 80 staff members and 35 volunteers from Salesian high schools. Echo Bay will take place inside the Salesian High School in New Rochelle and will include many activities: indoor sports, swimming in the pool, water slides, inflatables, movies and video games. Youth and entertainers express their joy at finally being back to spending the summer together and in the presence after 2 years marked by restrictions. On the last weekend of June, the Jean Baptist Dillard Secondary School, a member of the Don Bosco Schools Network, hosted the first edition of a major sports event called Bosco Olympia. 10 teams from various Salesian houses in France and Belgium competed in various sports: basketball, football, swimming and athletics. For the occasion, the Montbrison Municipal Swimming Pool was closed to the public to allow swimming and other water games to take place. Father Xavier Ernest, delegate for Youth Ministry of the Salesian Province of France and Southern Belgium, emphasized the spirit in which the games were held. The important thing, of course, is to participate. So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us. Kajing Pinbiang near the state of the art diagnostic center, Kanchimpor Kumbasan, in Rubanai, Ban Pindapura, Yateka project PPP mode, Kata Kabetrelang, Hapading Sorkar Jylla, but Kiriu Shimen. Habagren Bikilat Pathai Khubor, Uba Christopher Rani, Ulay Thuru, Bahaduk Menta, Kabala Pinbiang, Kadetang, Pathology, Katbakiwe, Pat Kidang Don Hakajing Pinbit Pinbiang. Hakani ka center kipat pak ka Jylla ling ba ka kat MHIS kinyo ka jing sumar nekites beper nadu ka oncology, neurology, gastroenterology, orthopedics, nephrology, pediatrics, gynecology, but pulmonology.
I don't think there should be any problem with the central government. I think there are certain procedures which I think the government is looking into, because there are certain accreditations and the way the paperwork happens. But we are not really concerned about that, because we are on a PPP mode and we are here to deliver the service. So wherever there is things that, because if you should see the MOU that we've signed with the government, government would provide us the land and a certain amount of infrastructure. And the government has already delivered about, say, 60 to 70% of their commitment. The land they have provided, the infrastructure they have already provided, because the contractors that were put in by the state government has closely worked with our architects to rebuild, reconstruct whatever structures that we need to have here, and that is their part. The government has fulfilled everything from their end. Now we're just waiting for equipments, and I think the rest of the funds will be released by the central government to the state government, and that should come to us in due time, and we're in no hurry for that. In promising times, I think we would technically need almost about 6 to 7 months to put in things together, because we had problems with the electrification. So we've installed a new transformer, and then we've had problems with the water. So we're getting the PHE lines in place. We don't want to do anything or build a structure to just be an eye washer, to say or tell people that it's ready and we don't give you the best. Otherwise, it will never be the state-of-the-art diagnostic center. We will need times that we can give you the best of everything. So I think within 6 months, all these equipments should be in place, and pathology is already in place. We could start with that. And at the same time, a few difficulties that we face, to be very honest, is we want to bring back our own people home to work here for us. Because once we start hiring people, we cannot tell them that, okay, your service is over today. So we want to have the right people in place and put the checks and measures in place also as well. So like here, they said that some of my employees said that they're having difficulties because people are not coming because we're not publicizing it as well. Why aren't we publicizing? Is because there are a few technical things that are in process. For us to bring in certain equipments, we need a lot of licensing, and we need of permissions from the state magistrate. These things take time. The equipments have not come into Meghalaya because they're being imported from outside the state. outside the country. I'm sorry. So right now, if you want us to start with the pathology, we are ready to start with the pathology center. This is where it has nothing to do with the government. The government has not the government has actually been processing, because the tender for the supply happened before we inaugurated the center. But yes, our commitment was that our pathology lab would be in place. So the thing is, I think you would understand that there are certain technicalities where between the state government and the central government, things don't come in very easily also. But equipments are yet to be installed. But if you want us to start the pathology lab is well functional right now. But we're not advertising it in a large scale, because we understand the fact that if someone wants a lot of diagnosis to be done, only pathology will not do, because when it comes to radiology, ultrasonography, there are a few criteria that licenses that need to be accredited to.
Hakawin nakajingja accident laingut kibriu kilamin saw hadin bagwi katrok kabadon new registration number ML Cutway Private R saw kalalik bantanra ekwi kabolero pick up kabadon new number ML Shipausi not prapran real but hadin kani ketika trok kalalik tanra se kawai pat katrok badang yang harut surak kabadon new number plate UP R4R 80 iwe real saw not tak haduk kibriu badon hakini kali kilamin saw. Kini kejingja kalajia mentakas ni Cutway Turik Naitung Arjar R4R haga surok pak jaka National Highway 6 hajan ke Shillong Maudiang hagapor lash teng jan mit EA. Katkum ke Khubor balayo lum ketika jingja aksiden kalajia nakadaw kejing penher stet unong nyak katrok kabedon new number ML Cutway Private R saw bat nakajing hap selap bajur haduk bukti driver la tek lakam shu ikejing stet jong kekali. Ikiti kilai ngut ki bamsau lapin kit nok cha civil hospital nongpo nakabenta banyo ikilat jing sumar. Kedor Barliur jongka Giant Hills Autonomous District Council JHADC kabala pelong nekesngi kala kutang da kajing shimenta kirkhot ka yeng dorbar ban kan mau burom yo lead S Muli ex CEM JHADC ex MLA ka Jawai constituency kajing wan ra ya ka official report na lor balawan ra bat minjur ru ya ka report of the Controller Auditor General of India na marba omdon ka kenta kali jingkali bat jebab na ba ulah kon biam MDC liang persya o balapen kre kajing kali uklem wan dorbar Kirkhot balai shiminta ban pak ka Khubor ngolem shaki bahayeng jong lead S Muli kentup u Andrew Shulai u CM Tombor Shiwan u Winning Ji Sungo u Pasmun Dekar u Bright Star Chermang bat kiwe. Hakapor bawan ra ya ka official report u CM Tombor Shiwan ulai thu balapen kiu kerdan ni kisaungut ke officer hakipus beper kentup u John Singh Taryang u Wan Shanlang Songtiang u Jolbi Sana bat kedalen ki suwer. Ulapen tibru balatung yu salong lamari kumudoloi elaka nartiang baru chanki langbang doloi elaka changpung ki bala job ya ka kerdan doloi da ka jingya kun election. Hagajuk Kapol, CM Ulawan Ra Arui a report of the Controller and Auditor General of India, CAG, Jongsnem Arjar Khandai, Arjar Shipo, but Arjar Katway, Hakabala Manjur Yaka Ban In Sapa Shaulat Kajilla Nakabentaban Yo Jimanjur. Habay day pat kajing pelong dorbar hagani kesngi kabadai kesngi sedang jang kapet dingklam kesing rat jawai nakaliang chairman ka council u Dr. Sanki Shanpung ula pensyai da kaboong.
Jadi mengenai diskus dengan istri tak berapa sekali lagi, sekali lagi, pagi akan terdengar jauh sekali. Dan juga setiap kan kesan permankan kasus sampai dari tahun dan dari dalam dari Indonesia pertama. Sesuatu yang banyak pertanyaan dengan proses ini. Nah, kamu kan untuk sinai kepada Indonesia cepat membahas. Nah, sesuatu yang banyak pos sinai satu dalam isu doni antara ini. Ada satu plan. Jadi tahu dia nanti sekolah setuju ini siapa dari Frankfurt dan dulu kesulitan.
Pun mentor ya mesti konstruksi dah. Kita juga kalau mana ni kalau mesti ada dua orang kalau apa yang bersama ini konstruksi jualan orang ini. Jadi kedua ini next yo kedua ini kamu hari ini Ikaw ba pala ni pastor berarti ikaw ba development ko pero ikaw Diyos na dua ibro kalau mau dipakai buat masketi ke nasa tinatawag behavior buat teman masketi buat striho untuk itu wala business ka di konstruksi.
Komisi Benta Ban Rakia ke World Population Day minta kesngi ke khatway turik naitung arjar arpuar ke Office District Medical and Health Officer Ribhoi District ke lepelong daka awareness program ha Community Hall jong Kishnong Umroy. Ia kini ke program lepelong kerpang nak benta Kishnong ki bahap apok ke CHC Bhoi Rembang. Ha kini ke program la poi banya shimenta de kinong ilam shnong de Kishnong beper ki bedang hap apok ke CHC Bhoi Rembang kinong trei Asha kinong trei Aganwadi bat kinong shong shnong. Hagani ke program la ai ki jing hikai bat pinsngau tho ikinong shong shnong hakabe day bat kerukom ban pindunai kerukom yok khon namar kumbalong mentahi hakari bar ka perthai barok kawai kala nang jelai hakajin bun briu ka bakat kumbala yok jingken mentala jan kot shaka pra billion ka jing bun briu hak perthai labatai ru hakabe day bat ka jing yok nong ya ka kwat ka kya haba pindunai ka jing yok khon. Layadon hakani ke program Dr. B. Warba, Specialist Obstetrics and Gynecology, Hanong Port Civil Hospital, ke Dr. D. Bala, Dr. T. Sutna, in charge Bhairumbong CHC, Lembat Kiwe.
Tentang iwan ni umroy ban ya pen rakhi penurun mekanika World Population Stabilization Program arajar puat. Te hangni iwan hangni lomu kini ka World Population Stabilization kaba ngidon kamu ketika lat ban nama kembang itu bah India cungi ki long ki beriu ki tangbun ki bun bah ki beriu termuka nakalian sokral kai lekat balai ban pendunai ki lomon pendunai ki beriu ki population termut ngila ban pendunai ni ki beriu ki population pada kebangi sim ki lat ki ti kita ki family planning lemut ketika rai cungi sicur ki long kami long pa ban rai kan ngut ki don ki kun temata hamal ki por ini yu iba ki kanika liang haka lain ka liang cungi ka family planning bur sini dia tangki kentai kiba ki sim benta ba lom ki long pa ki kham duna ta ban sim te haka ni sing lang ta tang kham long ta ngala kham ban kham persutu ki briu ba lom ki long pa ru ki ban sim benta lang haka ni ka long haka ni ka lat family planning namar tang ka kami long tenteng nama kami kembang au pi lom ada bapang bestom kami kam long ban di dawai kam long ban puit pendu tu te ban se lomut kum kani kapor lomut long pa di ban mi sekmat ban yesim batalang aki family planning nama kalat ban pen nama kalat ban pen kam ban lomu iki long pa ban yo long paru ban ban dekilat ban yo long paru kidan long kidan kita ki temporary method kidan ki permanent kidan temporary lomu ke ban ne transport ke permanent ke ba lomu ban ne baru sirta baru junam te kum yo long pa lomu ada ulah balik temporary method lomu kum tahu kondom nirut untuk kebakai yo nokam melihat Indonesia nuru warna po hospital sekar ngidan ke longka ai supply ke sekar lomu ulah ban penokam gitu tela dakwa sumur ada lakwa ban pendus nan kadang kataka vasektomi kembaka deka kembali ke program ini ki ni kuat ban kampus tu ibris pangkataka vasectomy dan ka puit penduk pun sunyi ki senrang
ni ngoyo jeng toy shibun namar ba kawan ra ka jeng kala mo ngi kermen skam kan sawan ra ka jeng kala den habot ya ka snong umroy ka jeng hi borok ka wei ba kham tam kum ni ki vo mo ba ni dan ki SSG te ki de piken thai mo borok te ngi kermen skam balang ba kan ka jeng ka vo mata ka si ngen sale chla ki jeng ki SSG ki vo ki jeng hi ba ngen ra ka ni ka khubor hakapor ba ngi long meeting bat ki ken shim hi ya ka rai mo ka jeng su ka jeng ki shimet
kimi ki pa hari ber kimi pa yo ki ko jengkia abang ile kan family planning berkunjung ro ka reduce ya ka poverty dan ka jengduk tentang abang labun bar ki khon ngim la ban prang ngim la ban tia ki khon ko ra ke ba jengduk nong hari ngasem berkam tam ro gari berjaj riu Dre ladangi le kan ka family planning part kumba batai demne ba ngimde shu ke tu ki ba kijuk mensua ki ba ba mati kit pulai andai ba ngihap ba sungtu ber kumo jong kabor tangi permi si spa tengkang ba mas spa tengkang tangi le kan family planning part kemut ni yo kun ker kum ka jing yo jing kot jingi ban sagawe ru undang ile kini ka family planning kumbangi layo jing pensyan ne bangi haban reduce ya ka population lade ya kata ka jengbun breu pelat hang ya perthai khamtam kumbangi page na ki social media bagi internet nemtai bun ka India jungi khamtam lade ka ri ke balong ke ba step pelat ha ba kiu ha ka page ya ka roy kapar jong ki breu ki ba mi na ka pot
Gabe ding klam basau sngi lai mit jong kasin ra chuai halor kanong rim ban be e ka klam kapang ka shitom bat ki wei ki jing sniu ha ke imlang salang kalas dang ne ka step bot sakale nyam balatip ka syang ka pha ne ka jing terwa jing bam jing di ye ki ba ying sem bala klat no bat ye ka ni la pendep haman ki yung balai ne ka mai yung